Lately, I've been having a lot of fun in designing and having these enamel pins made of my art. Thought you might like to see what goes into that whole process. These were my two newest ones, the stag and the raven, and these were a couple of the older ones, the first couple that I had made a few months back, and this is the succulent dragon that goes along with the succulent dragon fanatic tier of the Kickstarter that I did last month. But anyway, the art that these come from, well, this is what I start with. I have my art. I have my artwork that I create, my paintings, and then I go through the pieces and I look for things that might be interesting in this more iconic format. So this was where the raven came from. Here's the inspiration for the stag piece. And you can see that while they are similar, they also have their own differences in the design element of it. For example, how the fish over here are clustered around the stag's legs and under the water. And this, I decided to have them coming off from the leaves and sort of melding out from that, because it fit into this circular format better that way as a design element. These are some of my bees and where this guy came about from. Again, you can see that he's not really exactly any of these, but he draws inspiration from many of them. In fact, the design, this kind of stained glass mandala type design in the background, is from these designs and patterns. This one is the butterfly. Actually stays fairly true to the source inspiration. And here's the succulent dragon. I decided to change his color completely because I really wanted to have this spiral aloe in the background and have that be dark green, and in order for the dragon to really stand out, especially at this small size, I had to pick a contrasting color, and so he is sort of these lavenders and golds and white. Now for the designing element and how I create the designs and translate something like this image down into the pin format. I start with my inspiration piece, and this was the initial concept idea where I simplified my lines, kind of isolating the important elements and colors and trying to recreate that into a more iconic format. And then this was the secondary stage where I then took my initial concept over here and refined it a little bit, refined some of the lines, added some more subtleties in shading and color, and added different tones up here into the green magical mist as well. And to create that, I did it in Photoshop. I started with my base image of the raven and creating an outline shape of it using just this is at 300 dpi in Photoshop with a size 6 brush. And that's about the minimum size you can get for the detail lines. And from there, then, once I have the line work, I start adding colors. Just filling in areas and playing around with seeing what color combinations work the best. Now this was the first version. Here's the second version where I changed some of the colors and tones. So all that meant was I went in and modified some of the shading and colors for the piece. And this is the resulting piece that comes from that effort. This little raven guy. He's about 1.5 inches long. And if you like this one or any of my other pins, you can find those on shadowscapes.com. I'm also currently doing a giveaway to 5 lucky people, for one for each of these 4 pins here, and one person that will get the entire collection of all 4. So you can check that out on www.patreon.com/Stephanie Law. That's where the giveaway is happening. I believe the last day to enter that is the 17th. So check that out.